Hi again, folks. Welcome to another episode of Blue and Gold Talk. This is the video on this channel that I just start talking, and the topic, I figure it out and I make it on the thumbnail after the video. I don't have a thumbnail made for this video. What I'll talk today is, let's talk about goaltending. Actually, we'll start with that. Look, a lot of us have been up in the air, up in arms, freaking out about goaltending, okay? We have been, me included. But I haven't been really panicking about it, guys, because I've kind of in my head set in stone it doesn't matter this year if we make the playoffs or not in here. And I do believe that that's the right attitude to go with, because I want to focus on other things. I want to focus on development. I want to focus on special teams. I want to focus on things that are going to make us become a champion eventually, guys. Making the playoffs isn't going to make or break our lives right now. What's going to make or break our lives, I believe, guys, is winning a Stanley Cup eventually. That's what's going to change our lives, you know? And if we only focus on just getting in the playoffs, that's the old thinking. Get rid of it, I say. You know, get rid of it. Let's focus on winning a title. Let's focus on being on the right track, walking the path, walking the yellow brick road, right to the Emerald Tower where the Stanley Cup is, guys. Let's just do it this time. Let's go all the way. You know, enough of this being a contender thing and making the playoffs and starting to get, I would love nothing more, guys, than to get in the playoffs. Wouldn't that be a story? After setting an NHL record of the longest playoff drought in history, we get in, we win the cup. We win our first Stanley Cup, our first go-in. Imagine. People say, that's not going to happen. How do you know? How do you know? You don't know. So please don't tell me that'll never happen. It could. The Kings are proof of that. It could happen, guys. Weird things happen in sports. God, I live long enough now to see the Chicago Cubs win a World Series. I've seen the Boston Red Sox win a few World Series. You know, I've seen the Washington Capitals break through, the St. Louis Blues break through. I mean, I've seen it all now in sports. You know, I'm a Milwaukee Bucks fan. I got to see them win a title just 2 years ago. I never seen one. Like, not that for me, basketball is not nearly as important, but it's, I still follow the league, and I have my favorite teams, and to see the Bucks win a title was special. I was nervous as hell the last 90 seconds of that game, and they pulled it off. So it was over and done with. So, but I can't imagine what I'll go through with the Sabres. Now I've won championships in everything, in all my favorite leagues. Not baseball. I never got to see the Expos. I got to see them come close, but I didn't get to see them go all the way. And the Sabres, though, were always my priority of all my sports teams. All, because hockey for me is priority over baseball, football, basketball. My favorite sport is hockey. Then second for me, the 49ers are my second favorite sports team, my most important sports team after that. So it's like, and yes, guys, I catch myself cheering on the Bills. Don't think I don't. I catch myself cheering on for you guys, especially out there. I called them to win it this year. Don't forget, I said before the season started, they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. We'll see if I'm right, if I call that one right. That's going to be a tight fit. That's got a lot of talent there, but anybody but Kansas City. But I don't want to get into that right now. I just want to talk a bit about just some random stuff, Guys, I want to talk about the holidays a bit, and I guess I'll wrap it up, We've all lost people in our life. We've lost loved ones, pets. They're all family, and this time of the year can be really rough on certain people. Depression, alcoholism, drug addiction, all sorts of bad and evil out there in this life, And, sometimes, guys, just putting out a hand to talk to people and extending a hand to try to help can make a world of difference for somebody that they won't even let you know. But it could make the difference, I'm going to finish up with a story here. And this is a true story that happened back in 92. And when I first got sober, my daughter's mom took off with her out to British Columbia, out here, 4,000 miles from where I am. And then I think it's about 4,000 miles. I get mixed up with kilometers, guys. And just took off with her. And I remember like going nuts, right? I'm going crazy. And here I am, only about a month sober at the time. But I had enough common sense to stay sober somehow. And I remember I was going to meetings and I was talking to somebody about this. He said, Wayne, what about if you, my sponsor was a really good sponsor, Jan, really good guy. I said, how about this? The next 3 months, he goes, I want you to not worry about that right now. And I want you just helping others. Just do that. And then we'll come back to this. And I guarantee you things are going to look better. I said, okay. So I did it. And guys, everything fell into place in my life from that point on. Everything did. Everything just kind of fell in like a domino effect. And that's why I'm saying, you know, I had there was this friend I had in AA. He's still around. And he came, one time we had the list of people. We were supposed to call each other at home once a week. So I'd call. And he came by. I was making amends at this restaurant wearing a shirt and tie. You know, this is a place I was planning to blow up. It was just craziness, guys, by my drinking. But anyway, I was making amends and I'm cooking for free. I'm like being a cook for free because I used to be a cook. And I'm helping him out, and it's a little place, you know. And he walks in. He goes, Wayne, you're my guardian angel. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, you remember that night you called me? That's just when I was calling the list, guys. So I called the list, and he says, you called me? He goes, I was preparing to hang myself that night. I said, you're kidding me. He goes, no. He goes, I tried on the shower pole. That broke. That didn't work. He goes, and I was trying to find a place to hang myself. And here he is now. Since then, he's 30 years sober. He lost his wife to cancer a few years back. He got through it. He's fine. He's got his kids. And, you know, he still has his life together. And just, but the whole point of this, guys, is a moment of clarity might make the world a difference for one person, you know? Sometimes that's all it takes, folks. You just got to, like, put out your hand. And I know this is a little off topic of hockey, guys, but I just want to be a little human with you in this one. And since it's the holiday season, and it's something that I live like every day, but it's something that I really believe the human race, if we all would unite together like this, the world would be such a better place to live in, you know? I really do believe that if everybody was in position to have to use the 12 steps for any reason whatsoever, this world would just be a better place to live in, and we wouldn't have people with control issues and people with fear issues and resentments and little petty ego trips and, you know, things like this. And so if you see somebody struggling out there, help them. Give them a hand today, guys. Might be the last chance they have. You just never know. All right, guys, done. Merry Christmas to all. I wish all of you the best this year. I hope all of us are alive next year to be back to do this one more time. You, your pets, your family, your loved ones, all of you. And for those of you that lost, keep your faith, keep strong. Tomorrow will survive on its own. Better if you're in it. God bless. See you in the next one, guys.